Well, overslept today, got up about an hour late, and I'm running about an hour and a half late with everything. Lucy's not happy with me. She got her breakfast late. She got her walk late. Boy, I'm telling you, I'm having a rough day today. But it's Saturday, so I really don't care. you know, every day's Saturday to me. So anyhow, what am I going to talk about? Well, let's see. Trump's running away and hiding in Scotland, and that's not doing him any good because they hate him over there. Because of what his golf courses suck now. Apparently, they're sucking the life out of the country that invented the game. So, don't know what's going to happen over there. We had a lot of protests and stuff, which is okay with me because anything you can do to make that man's life miserable is fine with me. What did he just do? Boy, if I could read my writing. Oh, yeah. I can't emphasize enough how much this man lies. All right? Now, everybody's saying, we'll get him in 2026. We'll take away his power. Look, people, Trump has already started gerrymandering the voting districts so that there's no way that the Democrats are going to win a majority. Okay, so what are you going to do? You're going to sit there on your hands and say, okay, well now I guess we have to wait to the presidential election to get rid of him. And I keep telling you, it's not him you have to worry about. He is one fat, lying son of a bitch, I agree. But he's not the power behind you want the power behind the throne. All right, and none of those guys are elected officials, really. You got a cabinet of unqualified people. In some cases, they make surprisingly good decisions, but most of the time, their decisions are based upon whatever the people and the millionaires and billionaires want. It's got nothing to do with the people. You know, the government, by the people, for the people, by the people, don't work anymore. So I don't know what's going to happen there, but I can tell you this. If you don't get excited and you don't try to stop these people from shifting the voting districts around, you're not going to win anything. And if that's what you're counting on to solve the problem, you get a big shock. It ain't going to work. All right? This is Donald Trump. This is the way he works. My headset just went dead. Hold on a second. This is the microphone. Okay. That's the clock. Alright, so anyhow, what I'm saying is that you can't beat the guy the way you want to beat him, alright? He's smarter than you guys are in that respect, you know? He's ahead of you. Because you people sit around and you say all the right things and you go about have to wire them in now. Okay, and you go about talking about this, that, and the other thing, and you're not paying attention. It's all he's manipulating you. Epstein's a big thing, sure, but it's not going to bring him down because he doesn't care. All right, he's already lied, and his people are eating it up. Somebody must have forged my signature to the birthday card. Now that happened, I think they said 2003 or something like that. Donald Trump can't remember that far back right now, okay? Trust me, he can't do it. So he has no idea. He probably didn't even remember the birthday card. You know, that man did more crap than most of the people on drugs and alcohol do. He was a pervert, and he still is. I don't know what they're doing to satisfy his perversion now. Maybe they're just keeping him up late at night so that he can watch porn movies without being having people standing over his shoulder, you know? I have no idea. All I know is that you're not going to beat him by going around and saying, we'll beat him we'll take care of him in the midterms, you know, and that's the attitude that a lot of Democrats and a lot of the people handle. They think you still have free elections. They think that this is still a free country. It's getting closer and closer to being a dictatorship. It's getting closer and closer to being a fascist nation, and you people aren't watching. You're not paying attention. You know, you ask the Japanese just made a big deal with him, and I don't understand that, because the one thing they don't need is the United States. The United States buys more from Japan than I think Japan buys from us. We buy autos, we buy rice, we buy technology. So I don't know how that, you know, they're going to tariff all that so that we have to pay for that stuff more. We have to pay more for that stuff. Government isn't going to pay more for that stuff, but you and I are. That's the deal. He wants to have us cash strapped. He doesn't want us to have the ability to travel. He doesn't want us to have the mobility. You know, this is all. He wants us to be scared. He's not taking mobility away from us. He's making us scared to travel within our own country. It's slightly more difficult now because you have more identification process to go through, which I actually don't have a problem with that. You know, but the rich don't pay any attention to that because they fly their own private jets, and that's still the same as it was before. If you fly a private jet into the United States from another country and you get all the clearances right and you land, there's no customs. All right? If anything, the custom inspector will come up on the plane to see you, and you sign a piece of paper, and that's it. Or he meets your representative at the bottom of the plane. There's no real customs inspection on those planes. You know, especially if it's supposed to belong to some rich Saudi prince or something like that. They can bring in any amount of drugs or illegal weaponry into this country that they want to do. You know, that's just the way it is. So what else is going on? He's the biggest enemy that we have is ourselves. That's the fear of people have with what is it I'm trying to think of? Oh, the artificial intelligence and how it will destroy us because we're our own worst enemies. Well, you could see it here. Our complacency, our inability to function in more than one area, okay? We're so media conscious. The media's big deal is the Epstein files right now. So you see all this news about the Epstein files. Find me something about the I can't pronounce it. His screwing around with the voting districts in states like Colorado and other parts of the United States. Texas is the big one. He called the governor up. He bypassed everything. Called the governor up to get so he could get 8 or 9 more seats in Congress. All right, it's affecting two kinds of people. Okay, it's affecting mostly minorities when he does that. And then he's taking districts that are notoriously Democratic and redistributing them. Now, that's not going to say he's going to win those districts, but it sure as hell is giving him a better opportunity. He has the odds are more in his favor. The people don't, and that's, the term multitasking comes in. You have to be able to think about more than one thing at one time. They're all related, but people can't seem to, they concentrate in one area. That's what happens with protesters. Protesters concentrate in one area of what's going on. One problem that they don't want. The draft was the side, there was segregation was still going on, but the draft was the big issue. The big issue right now is Epstein and immigration. Neither one of those have any will affect the outcome of the elections. But we said, oh yes, they will. We're gonna. How are you gonna vote if your district has been changed? Everything's gonna be changed. Okay, this is the way things go. You can't continue to just sit back and say, okay, folks, this is the way. We'll be all right. Let's just wait to the midterms. Until I started reading the articles about how he was trying to fix the election, I didn't think there'd be midterms. I think he would. I was pretty sure he was just going to declare martial law, and that's why he was having the immigration ICE people being so violent and whatnot. Because especially in California, he wanted people to shoot them in California. Isn't that a bitch? He wanted ICE agents to get shot so that then he could declare martial law, and he would declare it all over the country, since ICE agents are all over the country right now. And then he could stop the 2026 midterms. It still might happen that way. There'll be he could do that and then hold special elections just to get his people elected, or he could just appoint them, into the various districts, and then say this is what Congress looks like now. All right. You have to not. Democrats can't just be Democrats. Democrats have to be everything. You have to wake up the Republican Party. If you don't wake up the Republican Party, you're not going to have anything, politics as you know it. It's all going to be gone. So, I don't know what to tell you, but you people got to wake up, because this is just, this ain't this just isn't another Saturday, okay? All right. Here's hoping some leprechaun kicks Trump in the balls. No, that's not in Scotland. That's Ireland. I'm sorry. What does Scotland have? I don't know. Hound of the Baskervilles, maybe? I don't know. Okay. They don't have leprechauns. Oh, well. Maybe some little kid will kick him in the balls or hit him in the back of the head with a slingshot or something. All right, listen. It's Saturday. I won't be here tomorrow because I don't want to be. I could do the advantage of this stuff is that I can do pretty much what I want to, when I want to. I try to get everything up earlier in the day, but I just didn't make it today, and I'm sorry about that. But shit happens. When my wife's not around, I tend to spend all night reading, and when I get a good book, and I'm reading a good book now, in the Longmire Western series. Longmire used to be on television. Now I just read the book series. So, and the way they're written in the stories are written so well that when you pick it up, you don't want to put it down. You want to finish it, and then when you finish it, you want to get another one. And it's not cheap down here, so, and I have to find them. So anyhow, that's it. You know the bit now, right? That's that time of the morning. Subscribe, please, 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 please subscribe. Comment, like, don't like, I don't care, but just the activity that you take on those boxes that you check, or when you hit the subscribe button, means a whole lot to me. Means that you care enough to do something about it, all right? And I appreciate that. All right, so that's pretty much it for me, and I'll see you Monday unless something blows up tomorrow.